Okay, I'm just sharing my screen.
You're the host now, Chandra. All the best.
Okay, thank you.
Can I go ahead, sir?
Yes, Balaji.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope all are doing great. And thank you, Joshua sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce my dear friend Chandra, who is a great content speaker. And let all of us invite him with a big round of applause. Now over to Chandra.
Thank you, Balaji, for giving a quick intro the best way that you could. Thank you. So I'm just
Go ahead.
sharing my screen. I'm just trying to share my screen. I'm not sure if I'm able to.
Yes, Chandra, we can see it. It's visible.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, thank you everyone for taking your time joining this presentation. There were quite a few things which I was running around. What exactly I should take my thoughts to bring it. One thing that had an impact for me when I read this, which is called as Outliers. This is a very interesting book written by Malcolm Gladwell. I have one insight which I just want to share it as a part of this book. The meaning of outlier, if you go with it, first and the foremost thing, one highlights about the concept of outlier is a person or a thing differing from other members of a particular group or a set. There could be one person who is an outlier among the group. He doesn't have to be the person who is doing the same task as the rest of the people. He could be the one who adds a little bit of an additional value there, right? In a group, while you consider into some studies, you will have one individual who stands out. So those are called as outliers for the information of all the team. So here we have something called there is a place called Roseto Wolfotore. The writer talks about this place called Roseto Wolfotore, which is based in Italy. This place was famous for various reasons. There were a lot of crises which the Roseto Wolfotore in Italy were going through during those initial days. And about a century back or so, there was a lot of difficulties that they were going through. Around 1200 people almost have thought about it, and slowly and steadily, one by one, they started migrating into US. They started setting up a place called, again, the same place from where they hail from, that is called as Roseto, and they set it up in a state called Pennsylvania. One thing which is unique about this particular place called Roseto, Pennsylvania, is about the people. There was one doctor who was actually having a lot of um, tests and a lot of studies that he was doing, and he realized that some kind of a uniqueness of this people and the place as such, right? There is a study which he did that came up some astonishing outcomes. So here there is a mystery that he was trying to understand about. People over there in Roseto were having extremely low heart disease. So there are some stats over here where about in 55 to 64, the death rate of the people in Roseto, and there was another state called Bangor, city called Bangor, which is nearby Roseto. But then when you see the difference of it, right, people who were, the deaths were considerably low, and people between 50 to 60 years, right, having a lesser count of heart diseases. There is some kind of a uniqueness within them. If you look at Italy, folks from Italy have got a lot of habits, right? It could be like the food and the kind of indulgence they get into. So many things were happening, right? But then if you see their low heart disease rate, that's astonishing. That's much lower than the rest of the US. Okay, so there were 50% lower heart disease mortality compared to the nearby towns in the US. The one which we were showing was a nearby town called Bangor. There also, when they look at it, the numbers were considerably high, and when it comes to the heart rate, but whereas this city called Roseto is completely different. So there were few reports there, and if you just look at it, what kind of a lifestyle that they were having it, I just want to understand few from you people. um, do you guys have got any guesses why they were having this kind of a health? Anyone would like to guess? Hello.
What is the question, Chandra? I didn't get.
See, the way that their lifestyle has got fatty diet, smoking, no regular exercise. That is how they were. Okay, but when you look at the percentage of the people going through that heart disease, etc., is completely low. Almost like 1% people were dying out of that. This is some kind of a uniqueness that the study
Yes.
conducted by Dr. Wolf came up with. So you guys have got any guesses there?
Maybe a stressful, stressed. They don't have a stressed life. I think so.
Okay.
That is one reason. Maybe that might be one reason.
Okay.
And
So
no one is fat. Maybe they are smiling, like that might be the reason, like group.
there were a lot of happiness among them.
Yeah, socially, yeah.
And yeah, I think everybody is looking happy.
All right. So people are little, in a guessing mode, right? Very good. All right. So there are few things usually come up when you consider the people to be very healthy. First thing is diet. Do you think the diet might have been playing a role there?
No.
No. It's not about diet.
Okay, so Italians extremely indulgent in terms of food and cheese, pizzas, all those interesting stuff which the kids love these days. Everyone loves, in fact. They are the pioneers there. So obviously, diet is not something that might have been contributing to their health. Genetics.
Yeah, somewhat I agree with the genetics.
Okay, so genetics could be their forefathers were quite healthy, and that kind of things might be passing along.
That will be one. That may be one of the reason. Yes.
Okay, and next thing is healthcare. Any thoughts towards this?
They
Any
would be
healthcare?
having the same access to the healthcare system which other people would be having. So I don't think that would be the reason.
Okay, so
Maybe the regular. They'll be regular health checkups. They'll be undergoing very regularly.
okay, so that is one guess that you are passing, right? All right, and next thing is geography. The place where they are is a bit hilly, and people had to go walk to a longer distances, and there were a lot of activities surrounding that. That is also their part of it. Do you guys think that could also be a reason?
Yes, right.
Would be.
Okay,
All
so
are
these
wrong.
is
All are wrong.
every other thing that we just spoke about, and the guesses more or less were not the actual thing. Now let's go ahead. What is the reason behind it? The real reason that actually been identified and discussed about, the doctor took a lot of time. He was trying to find whatever he could do it. He discussed with multiple doctors there. He was trying to understand from the people, reaching out to the people, and he spent a little bit of a time in the city as well, almost like a week or so, and then he got through this. He could actually crack it. First thing that actually that he could find out is strong social bonds. People walking by, they were having a connect with each other. They were probably inquiring about what is happening with some other's life, right? In a way that Indian villages are, right? The way back then, that was the social bonds that they were having it. Everyone knows how anyone can be helped, so they know what are those challenges that other person is going through. People will greet each other, and that way the social bonds are very strong there. Tight knit community, obviously, when someone is going through a challenge, the other person has got a solution or some kind of an offering there, and that would actually has contributed good amount of it. Going further on it, there are some other details that the doctor could figure out. Multi-generation families, you call it as joint families where elders will be there, all living along with the middle-aged, and then kids, granddaughters, grandson. There is a good amount of one or two generation people staying together. There is a huge moral boost that happens across. Again, low stress lifestyle, Balaji was almost there. Less wealth gap, equality. If someone is really rich and someone is really going through a rough phase in terms of finances, the rich guy used to take time, see what he can do, give a little bit of an money to the person, or create some kind of a fund so that the people who are relatively low in terms of finances can be addressed with their finances. That's equality. And there is a high emotional support. Obviously, parents are there, obviously the two generation people are there around, and a lot of families are interconnected, reaching out to each other. So there is a huge emotional support. Having all these things in place, psychologically an individual will be more stronger, fulfilled, and relaxed. In a day where we think about it, having a healthy diet plan, proper exercise and whatnot these days, among all these things, high emotional support and various other things like what we are just discussing also play a crucial role. Key lessons for all of us: environment matters, social connections affect health. These two are definitely going to be one of the few of the key factors that we shouldn't forget. We have historically in India, there were a lot of societies and the families were interconnected. There were a lot of healthy interactions going on, and these days there is the interactions are considerably low, right? Though there were no strangers back then, everyone know each other, and a support system was seamless. You didn't have to plan for it. You have someone to really support you morally, if not always financially, right? So social connections always were playing a role back then. So final takeaway for all of us: strong relationships, better health. In spite of all the things that we plan for health, strong relationships play a crucial role as well. The person will have a healthy relationship, normally does whatever he does on a daily basis, but then he sleeps peacefully. He will have someone to really look up to whenever someone is going through a rough phase. That's what the story of Roseto, which is which is a place in Pennsylvania, has to say. 1912 was actually the time when this actually got these people have started their journey in Pennsylvania, and that's the myth which was busted, and that created a lot of intrigueness within the people in US back then. So that's what it is. So having a healthy relationships among the people and having a social connects will definitely add a value to the life. That's pretty much is my presentation.
Super.
Thank you. You guys have been a great audience, patiently listening to me. Appreciate it.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Chandra, super presentation. Really. Round of applause. Really.
Thank you. Thank you, Balaji.
Yes, Balaji, feedback.
It is really a different story, sir, really. And a very interesting topic actually is he took in today's presentation. I tells particularly that food is nothing to do with the health. That's what Chandra told me. It is all thing is you should be in a relaxed position, low stressful life you should live, and more we should bond with the relations and all. So you should live a stressless life. I mean to say that low stress, whatever it is there, then you'll be very healthy in your lifestyle. So positives are found in Chandra as usual. Utilization of the gestures, excellent, sir. That is a positive. Justice, he has utilized the very this thing properly, and this session was very informative, and he good interactive with audience, particularly involving audience, and which he has does is really excellent. And eye contact, main thing is eye contact is also there. That is one positive point which I have seen in Chandra. And all these things anyway, Chandra is having. And I don't see any very big minus points in him, except a little smile. He should, do the presentation with little smile that gives little, it'll add some, this thing to the presentation.
I know this.
Some
Thank
plus
you.
point to the presentation, sir. Yeah.
Wonderful,
Thank you,
wonderful.
Balaji. Joshua and myself were, I was discussing with Joshua on that in the, few days back. Hopefully that should also come up. Thank you, Balaji.
No, I don't find any
observation.
very difficultly, I just taken out this thing because I should tell, but it's a very minor thing. I think which I think will be improved in future. It's not a problem at all. That's it.
Thank you.
All right. So wonderful, Balaji. Good observation. Good feedback.
Thank you.
Okay. I see always you are a fan of Chandra's speech from day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one. Good one.
Yes.
Good support.
Yes.
All right. Yes, Ashish.
Yeah, hi Chandra. Yeah, it was a really good presentation, Chandra. So you were actually initially you were building the tension that I really liked it. Like you were asking engaging the audience very well. So I will say like 9 out of 10 actually. It was really good. You were asking questions like what could be the reason? Is it diet? Is it the environment? So actually engages ourselves very well in that one. I have 3 points actually feedback on this area of improvements actually. One is on the filler word. We all already have a same problem actually. Even I have the same problem. So we have the filler words, those kind of things on. So that is one. Second thing is the pace. I feel like the pace is same. So quadrant 3 or quadrant 1 might be mostly on the quadrant 3. I feel was missing. So I feel the pace was almost like kind of in the same range. So if we have like high or low, right, it will have been more engaging. Like I feel. That is the second point. And the third point is actually on the second or third slide, you were explaining more stuff on that one, like that specific place have less heart attacks and all. We could have shortened it, like because there is a risk of having less engagement. Like we were about to if you extend it even for few seconds more, right? We would have actually have a less engagement. So I feel like initially 2-3 slides, right? Or second and third slide. So you could have actually shortened a bit. Like those are the 3 feedback I have here. That is based on my observation.
Thank you very much, Ashish. Yes, I think, so those really add value to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Pradeep Kumar, welcome back from your small trip, Pradeep. Back to Hyderabad, or you are joining us from your
Yeah, no, I'm back to Sangareddy.
back
The
to
morning, I'm
Sangareddy.
back to Sangareddy. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Welcome back, Pradeep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Feedback
thank
on
you.
Chandra's presentation.
Yeah, really, I enjoyed a lot Chandra's presentation. It's most informative, motivating to us. I like the voice of Chandra. Chandra, you have a very good pitch, attractive pitch, which gains the attention of the audience. The way you prepared the slides, the way you took the audience to connect to your story is good. And yeah, I see very few the negative things in your presentation. Already our friends have covered. Just you focus on that, and one day absolutely people will be waiting for your speech, for your talk. I'm sure about that.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you,
That's
Pradeep.
it, Chandra.
Big one, yeah.
That's it.
Thank you very much, Pradeep, for all your inputs.
Well,
Yes, Abhishek.
Yes, first of all, wonderful speech, Chandra. I really like as Ashish mentioned, the tension that you created. And the best thing about that was that you were not in a hurry to reveal the answer. So the tension was building up, building up, building up. All of us were waiting for it. And we were guessing, guessing, guessing. And so there was that pause was actually helping there. So I like that you took a lot of correct pauses and it was not in a rush. You created so much of engagement with the audience. So I really like that. Voice modulation was there. You used your hand gestures and everything. So, uh, and in terms of your quadrant, also, I found it to be right. I mean, you were in between first and second. So that was, I found it to be appropriate. Like, I did not see anything. So, I think it was really good. I do not see a lot of negatives as such. I mean, just one thing which Ashish mentioned was during the place from Italy to Pennsylvania, right? So that was the only thing which I found that could have been a little shorter. But I think apart from that, I'm really struggling to find any more areas of improvement at my end. So probably Joshua will be the right person to be done. But really wonderful presentation.
Thank you, Abhishek. Yeah,
Good one,
appreciate it.
Abhishek.
Yeah, I think
So
the
Abhishek,
story was a big one. Yeah,
yeah, go
sorry.
ahead, Chandra.
Yeah, the story was a big one, Abhishek. Actually, you know it, right? I think you also read. So it took, time for me, or probably I was trying to see if I can shorten it. But then I want each of you to know a little bit of what exactly is it, right? I was actually struggling to add more information there, but at the same time, I was also hesitant to restrict within the time as well, right? Somewhere that is something that I'll have to strike going further. But thank you for the input, Abhishek.
Like that was just like a minor thing, and that was I was actually struggling to find something. I had to come up with something, so that was my 2 cents on that. But wonderful presentation.
How do you feel about his presentation, Abhishek? Because you already know the story, right? You read the book Outliers.
Right.
So still he carried that intensity like that you were telling, right? That grabbing
Yeah.
audience attention. He did it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he did it. I mean, that was
For
really
you,
also for
as a
someone
reader,
who,
as
yeah,
always, already a
right,
reader of the book.
right. Yeah, it was there because I already knew that about that study, so I was aware of it. But I was just thinking that from a perspective as if I had not read the book. So but having read the book myself, so I was aware of it. But I could see the interest that he was trying to bring in the audience, right? The engagement and making the audience guess what could be the reason, right? So just one thing there could have been that rather than first displaying the health, lifestyle, genetics, and all, uh, I mean, there could have been more guesses from the audience. So I think many of us
Before
were not
showing the screen,
actually
before showing the
right.
slide.
We were showing the screen.
Ah,
More responses because people will also brainstorm, and few people were giving answers, but not all of them. So I think, yeah, just spending around 30 seconds more on that would have been
good one,
more
good one, Abhishek.
engaging. I would
Yeah,
say.
makes sense. Yeah,
Sure.
makes sense. Wonderful. All right, so let's all give it up for Chanda. Wonderful presentation coming from a book, Outliers. We most of our audience did not read this book except Abhishek. You hooked us, Chandra. Introduction was good. You gave us a little background. What is Outliers? One person standing different from all the group. So introduction, I liked it because we are not sure about that particular word and all. So the background that you gave, the talk that you made about this plays, open body language, you were using your hand gestures, and it was 14 plus minutes, close to 15 minutes presentation, Chandra. Well done. On time presentation. Most of the time you were in your second quadrant. uh, Pauses were really good, eye connection improved, curiosity that you have built in us. And I see one powerful strength, like there was a power off, or lights turned off,
Yeah,
but
no
you
problem.
didn't stop. You didn't even like for even a single second. You were completely involved in the speech. That was so amazing. And within seconds, the light was turned on. But generally, people will be like, panic, or they get distracted, or they show some kind of nervous. It didn't happen with you. It's so much involved into whatever it is. I'm gonna go. So that part I really liked it. So that was so calm. Okay. Your vocabulary is also an added advantage for you. Great message. Strong relationships is equal to better life. Okay. Powerful message. And most of us, we have to work on this. And wonderful feedback, Ashish. Improving a lot on the feedbacks as well. You're going so deep. Good one, Abhishek as well, Pradeep, Balaji. But here today, I would like to highlight Ashish. Good observation, good feedback, opening up a lot, Ashish, by yourself. Okay, few things, Chandra, like everybody said, not many things. Filler word is "ah," Chandra, for you. The filler word is "ah." In the beginning, you missed on the reflections or the 3S questions, or okay, in the beginning. But once you got onto these four of things and you involved in the beginning for first few minutes, but after that you involved us. So in the beginning also, if you can hook, ask a question, what makes people live longer, what do you think, anything, up to you. Few reflections in the beginning. Okay, then otherwise after that you build curiosity, connection, calm, composed. That was there. I is the filler word. And one thing is you can work on the voice modulation. Okay, voice modulation. You can work on third and first Chandra. Second is good. Okay, second is good. And like Pradeep said, you can give much more great presentations. And like Ashish said, I'll go with Ashish today. Ashish, good feedback, man. I really liked it. You went into so much details. I'll give 9 out of 10, Chandra. Okay, he read my mind, Ashish. Okay, 9 out of 10. Good one. Only onto the filler part, filler words, and voice modulation. Other than that, it is good. Good presentation. Not so much of text and all. It was so good. Well done, Chandra.
Sure.
And bigger
Thank you.
audience has to listen to this. Okay, we are just small group, say 6 people. And every one of you, okay, you're going so good, improving a lot. All the very best. Okay. So
Thank you,
yes.
Yashwant.
With that, we will take a break for today and also for tomorrow. Balaji, you're going to give your presentation on Monday.
Yes, sir. I'll give a presentation on Mondays.
Perfect. So we will take a break
Tomorrow,
tomorrow
anyway, I'm not there tomorrow. I'll be in the conference.
in the conference.
So
Right?
Monday I'll do that. Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
So we will take a break. All of us will rest. We'll work on our relationships. Okay, Friday. And I want you all to be there on Sunday. Okay, we will do some amazing, like Chandra said, socializing, right? Strong relationships. So that is what we are going to do on Sunday. Okay. Make sure, Pradeep, you have seen our messages on the group. We are meeting on Sunday. Okay.
Yes, Joshua.
We will discuss further.
It's
Yeah.
2 to 5, right?
2 p.m. to 5 p.m. 2 p.m. to
2
5
p.m.
p.m. I'll share more
Mm.
information in our family WhatsApp group. With that, congratulations, Chandra, and have a great weekend, guys. Friday and Saturday, spend good time with your family and friends. I will see you on Sunday for sure. Okay. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night to all.
Good night, everyone. Bye.